Hello everybody, it's Mindy and welcome to my channel. We're about to sit and chat for a while, have a little whip-in chat. There's a lot going on right now. Life is busy, busy, busy. So we've made it through Thanksgiving. We've made it through Black Friday. We survived Cyber Monday. Did you all survive? How'd you do? How did you all do? I'm telling you. I will say I kept my purchases as far as diamond paintings go to a level that was very reasonable for me. I believe I bought 2 and 2 from the big guys on Black Friday, and then I went and got 2 more on Cyber Monday. So that's 6. I mean, it's 6 more than I need. I get it. But there's just some things, I had to have. Just had to have them. I did have a few donations from some people, which was a very, very kind of them. Thank you so much. That was purchased through Buy Me a Coffee. I really appreciate it. My Buy Me a Coffee is always there, and it does help me to be able to maybe get a few more things than I would have without the little extra boost. So I really appreciate it. I won't shout anybody out because, they kind of like to keep that private and personal sometimes. But thank you so much. And I'm excited to get them. I will say this, my Diamond Art Clubs are all like pre-ordered. Nothing is coming right away. I think the earliest some of my things said that they were possible ship dates were like the 10th, the 9th. I mean, it's out there a ways. So I will get my Dreamer Designs. I know that. That's already in shipping. It's already like headed my way. It could take a little while, but it's headed my way. You know what I'm saying? So anyhow, those will be coming. And again, thank you so much to kind people out there who just are so generous. And I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Okay. Well, so we survived that, right? We survived those, I avoided like the plague yarn places. I bought from one. I did. After I bought from that one, I was like, okay, I can't buy any more yarn. I cannot buy any more yarn, although it's so fun. It is so fun to buy yarn and unbox yarn and show yarn. I'm just having a blast with that. But I kept getting email after email, and things kept popping up on Facebook and Instagram. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this company's having a sale. This one's got this. And I'm like, I just had to stop looking. Stop looking. I've got enough stuff for now, for a long time. But anyhow, it's just so much fun. I love getting yarn. It's just exhilarating. I just love it. Anyhow, I avoided. After that one purchase I made, and it was something I had been looking at for quite a while. It was a special kind of thing. I was looking at it, and I just said, okay, I got that. I got it. I almost bought some Wicked yarn. Seriously. My daughter loves Wicked. I remember the days when she was in choir and such. She loved to sing the songs from Wicked, and she can sing the songs from Wicked, you guys. She's got the chops, let me tell you what. And this yarn was just gorgeous. It was only available for the weekend, and I was all over it. There was multiple colors. There was a mini skein set. It was like, oh, I was this close to picking up some of that Wicked yarn, but I didn't do it. I just didn't do it. Anyhow, there will be another day. Another day for yarn, right? It's not like it's over. That one might be, but somebody else is going to have something You know, Wicked is really new right now. It's hot. There's going to be somebody else that does something wicked. You know, I really liked the Glinda yarn. Oh, the Glinda yarn was so pretty. It was all pinks, of course, because Glinda's the pink witch, and it was beautiful, just gorgeous. Anyhow, so we survived all that. Didn't do too bad. Didn't do too bad. Then we started talking about, it's Cyber Monday, and there's good deals out there, and we have a whole bunch of grandkids to shop for. We have other adults to shop for Christmas. Maybe, honey, we should start our shopping and take advantage of some Cyber Monday deals, right? So that's what we did on Monday. We shopped. We got lists from his son. We had the wish books from his daughter's kids. And we just kind of looked at the little wish books, if you know what I mean. Like you get an Amazon thing in the mail with all the toys and all the goodies the kids had circled and put their name on this and that. And, so we used that as a jumping off point. We already knew kind of what they wanted. So we used the book, and then we went on Amazon and we just started buying stuff. Then we got the lists from his son and we started buying stuff. So I think we have, if I'm not mistaken, I think we have all of those grandkids, his son, his daughter, the daughter-in-law. I think we have them all done. We have everybody done but his son. Because his son wants something very, very expensive. And basically, I think he's just going to get some cash, and maybe he'll get enough cash for Christmas to go out and buy his expensive toy he wants. So, yeah. Anyhow, then I got lists from Shannon. I did my shopping for Shannon. And I didn't get Jackson's and Devin's lists until today. But, I mean, there's still some pretty good deals out there. They might not be Black Friday, Cyber Monday, but there's still some good stuff out there. And I'm getting my list together. I got a few things on my cart already. Trying to get some Christmas shopping done. Yes. Now, next on my agenda will be do some decorating of my home. And, I'm still like, what am I going to attempt to decorate? What am I going to do with these 3 little kitties, which are not little kitties? They're like large cat creatures. What am I going to attempt to decorate? I don't know. We're gonna try some things and we'll see how it goes. We're gonna take it slow, step by step, and see how it goes. Wish me luck. Okay, just wish me luck. All right, so shopping is happening. Shopping is going. We had Thanksgiving. Well, we had a couple Thanksgivings. Thankful gatherings. Let's call them thankful gatherings. On Thanksgiving, my niece was available. Her and her fiance. So we had Thanksgiving at my house with them, my sister, my dad, the girls, Jackson. Josh couldn't come. I think I've mentioned that before because he had to work. He works at a hospital, and he's going to have to work on Christmas most likely as well. So we got together with, my larger family on Thanksgiving. And then on Sunday, Josh and his girlfriend came over, and the girls and Jackson came over, and we just hung out and had a good time. It was simple, laid back. We ordered pizza and just, we played with Legos. We had fun. Okay. So I think Josh will be coming down on Christmas Eve or over. It's over from where he lives. They'll get out of work and they're just going to come here and spend the night here on Christmas Eve and wake up here on Christmas morning. I'm like, my little boy. My little boy's going to wake up at my house on Christmas morning. That's been a long time, since that happened. But And then, we'll be able to do Christmas with my kids, and then they'll be able to go back to work. So they'll go back home, go to work. Let's see. Jackson's birthday. Jackson's birthday comes up after Christmas, just a few days after Christmas. So my niece is in Chicago, where her fiance's from. Not Chicago, but, outside of Chicago. They'll be there on Christmas, and they'll be back here in Michigan after Christmas. So I think we're planning on the 28th, which is Jackson's birthday, for my family to get together for Christmas. And that'll be fine. That works. That's a Saturday. Josh can make it, So that's the plan for now. Hopefully it works. Hopefully my niece is back from the Chicago area, to be able to join us. So, busy, busy times. The holidays are very busy. There's lots to do, right? Lots to do. Decorations to be done, gatherings to be had, gifts to be purchased, all of those things. Cookies to be made, all of the fun stuff. So there's lots and lots to do. Busy, busy time. Now, when you add in a YouTube channel and things like that, it's even busier, because, well, I'm an elf. Yes, I'm an elf. I'm organizing the DP Christmas Elves, making sure posts are out there for people to post their pictures. And of course, I'm giving away prizes. I have to be responsible for my stuff as well. I picked my first winner. I'm waiting to hear from my first winner so I can mail out the package to them. And we're just having a good time. I have started working on my Christmas painting here, which it's going very well. I absolutely love the fact that it's round. It is going quickly. I did this whole section right here last night. I just sat here and I just started working on it. First drills I'd put down, and I just worked and worked and worked, and I had a good time. I got that whole section done in a few hours. It was fun, and it is so pretty. It's really pretty. Now, kitting it up was an absolute nightmare, and you can see some of that nightmare in a video, or you probably saw it already. Let me rephrase. You probably saw it already if you watched my Vlogmas video. So not only am I doing DP Christmas Elves and diamond painting and crocheting, and I have another market craft show coming up this weekend, I'm doing Vlogmas. Vlogmas is, well, a lot of people do a daily video for Vlogmas, and they share little bits of tidbits from their life. A lot of yarn people do it. Lots of yarny people, crochet, knit people, because we're getting yarn advent calendars, and we like to show them off and show off our yarn that we've gotten and projects that we're working on with the yarn, things like that. So a lot of Vlogmas with yarn people. A lot of book people do Vlogmas. Diamond painters, there's not a whole lot of people out there diamond painting wise doing Vlogmas type situation. But mine is kind of both. So I guess I'm like, am I the pioneer? I don't know. I'm definitely unique, that's for sure, because I don't really see anybody else doing Vlogmas with diamond painting. But I got some of it in there. Just check out the channel, check out my Vlogmas. It's a little bit of everything. A little bit of life, a little bit of yarny stuff, a little bit of diamond painting stuff. It's kind of taking place of my crafty vlogs here for a while, because, I'm not going to be doing a crafty vlog and all this Vlogmas stuff, because it's a lot, it's just a lot to film and try to include. So it's all going in Vlogmas, folks. So watch the Vlogmas videos. You never know what's going to be in there. You never know. So anyhow, it's fun. I hope you watched it. I enjoy making them. I enjoy opening up my yarn. I enjoy talking to you about it, talking about projects, all that stuff. It's just fun. I enjoy that part a whole lot. I hope you do too. All right. So what else? What else? Please remember, DP Christmas Elves is taking place over on Diamond Moments and Krafts Facebook. There is a post every single day, and one of us, little elves, is giving away a prize every day. So there is me, Maritza, Brandy, Miranda, Christopher, Jenny. Did I miss anybody? I don't think I missed anybody. If I did, I'm so sorry. And that may not be the order. I have posted a calendar in the group to show who's giving away the prize which day. Now, mind you, if it says I'm day 1, December 1st, that means I'm looking at the posts from December 1st, and I can't give away my prize until December 2nd. December 2nd, they give away their prize on the 3rd. You see how that goes? The day after they're listed on the calendar is when they'll be announcing their prize. I put my video out there. I put it on my YouTube, and I also linked it in the Facebook group so you can see who the winner was. Just made a short little video, and gave my prize away. Okay? So that's fun. And I said a couple different times in a couple different places, I really slacked on planning and getting all of the info out, doing a designated video, announcing it, all that stuff. I was really, really lax. I was way behind the 8 ball, you guys. But I was really surprised on my day when I went to give away a prize. I had like 50 some entries. I was really, really pleased. So you guys watch my WIP and chats, you watch my lives, you've heard it. So thank you so much for joining us and participating. It is a fun event. It's just a nice little way for us to just give back to our community with just a little gift every day. Nothing big, nothing huge, nothing major, just a fun little gift. Once a day, somebody gets something. So we've done it for a few years and we really enjoy it. And we hope you do too. And, gives everybody a little accountability to get out there and get your work done, get your projects done. Yes, get your projects done. So, yep, DP Christmas Elves. Good times. Good. Oh, man. I was trying to go underneath my release paper a little bit, but that didn't want to work too well. My release paper's kind of crooked and, yeah. Oh, I found one more of these guys over here. Way over here. There we go. Oh, I thought I put it on there, but no, it stayed on the pen. That's the problem. It's on the pen. No, it disappeared from the pen. Maybe it was never on the pen. Maybe I'm lost my mind. I don't know. That could be possible. I lost my mind. Yeah, so busy times, but it's fun. It's fun busy, Dale and I went into town today. We had some things to get to the post office. My winner, my November week 3 winner. I did a redraw for that. I got that out today. And we stopped and we just had McDonald's and just sat and talked for a while. And it was, interesting. He's been watching some things, people that retired and how they cope with retirement, And he's kind of getting there. You got to have a schedule. You don't just sit around all the time. And this one couple, they were like, after they retired, they went out every night and went out to eat and partied and drank alcohol and got fat. And then they realized, whoa, that is not what we're supposed to be doing. That's not the way to live. No, we got to be active. We got to have a schedule. We got to have things to do, And I was like, oh yeah. I said the first 2 years I was retired, when you were still working, I was completely scheduled, just like I was going to work still. And he just kind of laughed at that. And I was like, it's true. I was very, very scheduled. Now my schedule, I'm a little scheduled now because he's getting a little more routine in his life. So that makes it easier for me to have some routine back in my life instead of just like getting up every day and like, oh my gosh, what are we doing today? And I'm certain Dale's going to have something he wants to do today. So anyhow, yep, keeps us young and active and our minds going, and it's good for us. It's good for us. Yes. All right. What else did I have to talk about? Don't forget, I'm starting to announce this now, and I'm going to really, really work hard where did you just go? In 2025 to do a better job of announcing my events earlier. Okay? Like do actual announcement videos and promote it. So the next event coming, I'm telling you, is Smash on the Specials. It's in January. I'm ready to roll. I did a lot of specials in October for November. I did not feel like doing a large canvas, so I did not. I did a bunch of small things, and I had a good time doing it. I got a lot of gnome things hanging around my house right now. That video will be coming soon, show you everything that I worked on in November for the event. But yeah, that's coming. So make sure you get some special drills. Christmas is coming. If you need some, you could always ask, your loved ones to order you some special drill projects so you have some. Just a thought there, just a thought. Yep, go get yourself some. So that's coming. It's coming faster than we know. I mean, I can't believe how fast December got here. And we're rolling through December pretty quickly. It's going so fast. This year is like almost over. Hard to believe. I mean, as I sit here and say it, I'm like, whoa, 2024 is almost over? How can that be? But it's true. It is so true. Anyhow, so that is all of like the business end of things. As I'm sitting here recording this WIP and chat, I'm waiting for Vlogmas to finish processing and uploading over there. It's taking a long time to upload on my computer, but it'll be done. It'll be out there today. It'll be out there. Then I get to do the next day. Yes, get to start working on the next day. So, all right. Other than that, I got just some general things that have happened in life that I haven't talked about. And there's a couple of things that have been interesting. All right. So, my husband has decided that he's a late night kind of guy. He stays up late watching videos and, okay, come on. One stinking AB that won't go back in the jar. Stays up late watching videos, comes to bed later. I'm still on my schedule. Sometimes it's 7, sometimes it's 7:30 or 8. I don't know. It depends. Some nights, like last night, I stayed up a little bit later because, I had this section to finish and I was going to finish it. So I was up a little later than normal. But I just saw 2 over here. They're too close to each other. They're not seated in there properly. Anyhow, there we go. So one night last week, I go to bed at my pretty much normal time, about 10:30. I like to go just relax and read my book for a while. So that's what I was doing. And he's in the office in here watching videos. Well, I get kind of snuggled in bed and getting comfortable, and I hear noises. And I was like, okay, what is that? It was like, woo, 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 woo. And I'm like, okay, what is Dale? Okay, is Dale watching something? I listened a little longer and I was like, I don't think that's Dale. I don't think that's the computer. I don't think that's the computer at all. I think that's right outside of my window. So I come into the office and I'm like, Dale, honey, come here. Come here. He's like, what? What? I'm like, come here. I need you in the bedroom for a minute. He comes into the bedroom and he came in time to hear, yip, 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 oh, yip, 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 oh. And I was like, oh my goodness, that's coyotes, isn't it? And he goes, yep, that's coyotes, all right. He said, right in our backyard. And I'm like, I know, they're like super close. They're either right in the backyard or they're right next door in the field, but they're close, really close. And he goes, yeah. He said, okay. So he got some shoes on and got the flashlight and he headed out back. Now, me, I would have been scared. I don't know. Will coyotes attack humans? Will they run when they hear a human? I don't know. But he went out because he wanted to make sure everything was okay out there with the chickens. Everything's locked up. Everything is secure. And I'm just like, oh my goodness. I have seen a coyote or two in my life. I saw a coyote at my other house as it was trying to take off with one of my ducks. My luck, right? My luck. Over at that house, I had a coyote trying to take one of my ducks. Here, I had a fox trying to take one of my chickens. And I just happened to walk up on both of those things happening, right? And I'm hollering at some wild animal to leave my farm animal alone. And both times they just kind of dropped my animal and ran off. So my duck survived, the chicken survived, but we have had coyotes here before. But they did have a hunt club that came in and did a lot of coyote hunting because there were just so many of them. And the population really kind of dwindled. But I don't know. They might be kind of on the rise again. Now, the girls said that they see them all the time over at the other house, where I stopped the coyote from taking my duck. They see him up on the railroad tracks, walking the railroad tracks. And I was like, really? And they're like, oh yeah, we see him right up there walking down the tracks. And I was like, wow, I never saw that. The whole time I lived there, I never saw coyotes walking on the railroad tracks, but they say they see them quite often. I was like, wow. So I think the coyote population is on the rise. Now, I have heard them here several times, but they're like way off in the distance, like way out by the river or way on the other side of the main road. The river continues over there and it's pretty woodsy and, that kind of stuff. I've heard them over there, but I have never heard them in my backyard. No, that was a little freaky. More than a little freaky. I was unsettled, let me just say. I was unsettled. So anyhow, everything was well. They didn't get anything. And by the time Dale got out there, they must have moved on because he didn't see anything, didn't even hear them, nothing like that. So they must have moved on their way. So it was weird. Now, a couple of nights after that, okay, Dale's in here in the office, and I still have to find those chips. Everybody wants, not chips, they're pretzels. I keep talking about these pretzels that I'm just infatuated with. They're so buttery and they're just so yummy. Well, Dale's sitting in here in the office and he's eating these pretzels. And he has dropped one on the floor. Now, the cats played with it for a minute and they had no idea what to do with it. They didn't know how to eat this thing. They didn't know what it was. They had no idea. Now, Miss Toffee knew exactly what to do. She knew what it was. However, Miss Toffee has no teeth. So eating this pretzel is difficult for her. Okay? Extremely difficult for her. Without teeth. And she had the whole thing. Now, if she would have had a small piece of it, what she typically does is she just basically gums things and swallows, whole pretty much. Well, she got the pretzel. And I knew she had the pretzel. And I let her have the pretzel. That was my bad. I should have known. She couldn't have the whole pretzel. So she's struggling. She is struggling to eat this pretzel. And she goes in the kennel, and now she's like almost like coughing a little bit, choking a little, because she's trying to get this pretzel down and she's not able to do it. I got a big hair stuck here somewhere. It's bugging me. It was stuck in the drill case. What in the world? Anyhow, yeah, she was really just having a hard time with the thing. Well, I let her have some water, thinking that would help her, and then I put them outside because it's almost time to go to bed. I mean, it's late. It's 10:30, So I'm thinking, well, that might help her. Let her go to the bathroom, let her have a drink of water, maybe, maybe she'll eat some grass. I don't know. Well, I go to the door to let him back in. And I look out on my deck. And my deck is covered with blood. I was like, what in the world? Remember, this is like 2 nights after the coyote incident. I'm like, what in the world? What is going on? I look at her and she's got blood on her face, blood on her paws. I'm like, blood all over the deck. What is happening here? I'm completely freaked out. I don't know what has happened. Did something get her? What's happened to her? Why is she bleeding? I know it's her. Why is she bleeding? What's going on? I pick her up. I bring her in. I'm just like, okay, I got blood on me. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I scoop her up and I take her into the bathroom where I can just put her in the bathtub, right? I figured that was the safest place with blood everywhere. Get her in the bathtub. Get her in the bathtub and get the water turned on. And she's just got blood everywhere. And I'm trying to wash her off, clean her up, trying to figure out where the blood's coming from. Meanwhile, she's still kind of doing a little choking thing, like she would cough, like, ugh, and she'd cough. And when she would cough, more blood come out. I'm like, oh my goodness, it's coming from inside. What has happened? I'm like, I'm about to call my daughter, who, she's not a vet, but she worked for a vet for several years. And, she's pretty knowledgeable about some things with animals. I'm about to call her, even if she's asleep. I'm about to wake her up and be like, what do I do? What do I do? So I just kept her in the tub, and she's shivering and she's shaking now. And she's still just like, and I kept washing her with warm water and washing her and rubbing her throat, thinking, that pretzel's stuck in there. Did it cut her? I don't know what happened. And as I just continued soothing her, she settled down a little more and settled down. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, it's food. It's a pretzel. It's going to get soft. It's going to get soft. It's going to break down, right? It's going to go down eventually because, it's just going to start to dissolve and she'll be able to get it down. Oh my goodness, you guys. I had her all wrapped up in the towel then, and the blood had kind of stopped. I'm just carrying her around, and she wants down, but I'm afraid to let her down, afraid that, she's going to get coughing again and more blood spewing. And so I just held her for a while, soothed her, talked to her, and she started to just slowly, calm down. I'm like, scary, so scary. I mean, this is the dog that has tried to choke herself multiple times, eating string, eating yarn, getting stuff she shouldn't have stuck down her throat. I mean, this is the dog. This is the one, okay? All I can figure is that the pretzel was in her throat and she knew it was and she couldn't get it out. Hang on, have to have a drink. I got something in my throat, right? So maybe she was trying to paw at it because her nails are pretty long right now. I just told Dale today, sitting at McDonald's right across from the groomers. I'm like, I got to get the dogs up here to the groomers this week and get their nails done. Maybe she was just pawing at her mouth, her throat, her face, and cut herself. That's the only thing I could come up with. The only thing that really made any sense. But it finally stopped, and she stopped gagging, coughing, choking, and settled down and seemed to be okay. But oh my goodness, how scary is that, right? How scary, especially when you don't know what it is. You don't know where it's coming from. I couldn't see it where it was coming from. Dale's outside with water, cleaning off the deck, cleaning off all the blood off the deck. And I'm just like, oh man. Two scary things in a row, like just a night or two apart from each other, right? Let me throw in one more. I'm downstairs the other day, and I'm down there and I'm getting stuff gathered up, probably for prizes and whatnot. I'm down in the back room down there, when all of a sudden I hear cats, like meow, meow, like cats were injured sound, carrying on. Like, I come flying up the stairs. I went flying past Sunny and Misty, and I come flying up, and Dale's at the top of the stairs or coming down the stairs. And I'm like, what is going on? What is happening? Who's hurt? What's wrong? And he started laughing. And I was like, what? And he goes, oh my gosh, that was so funny. And I'm like, what? It was him. It was him messing with the cats, making all of these horrendous, injured, squealing cat sounds. And he thought it was so funny, their reaction. And I was almost in tears because I was so scared that something serious had happened to one of the cats. It sounded that bad. And then he realized how upset I was, and he's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. He said, I'm sorry, you know? And I'm like, don't ever do that again. Don't ever do that again. You know, scared me to death. So I had some scary shit happen over the last week or so. And I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about it. But yeah, he was just playing with the cats, and he thought it was fun to see their reaction because they were sitting there looking at him or something, and he was like, and oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay. Let's not do that anymore, please. Let's not do that anymore, because you're going to cause me to have a heart attack, right? I can't take much more. I can't take much more of the scary stuff. See, this is why I don't read thrillers. I can't be scared. I can't stand being scared. It's gonna do me in. It's just gonna do me in. Anyhow. So that's that. Now today we're just having a nice, quiet, peaceful day. He's changing the oil in my car. I'm inside doing videos, and I got more videos to do. He hasn't gone to get tacos for days. I'm like, or weeks. I mean, you got to go get tacos with your boys there. One of them, come on, either the one you work with or the other one. Go get tacos sometime. I need some time. I need time. I got things to record, videos that need to be done. I need time. Anyhow, the one I can record pretty easily is this one, the WIP and chat, because I just come in the office and I just close the door. You know, I just close the door. Sometimes you might hear him come in or whatnot, but I close the office door, and that means I'm in here. He knows it. Leave me alone, right? I got things to do. Anyhow, well, what else is on my list? Oh, I did make a list. I had a list of items. So I've been going through stuff. I've told everybody that first of the year, I am seriously getting things in order. It is time to really go through stuff, get rid of stuff, clear out things, minimize. It's time to minimize, right? Which means I'm going to have diamond paintings for sale. I'm going to have mystery bags for sale. We're going to do the thing. We're going to really clean the house. Okay. With that being said, I was cleaning house a little bit the other day after Thanksgiving because I moved all of my stuff off the table. What I have is that art dot holder. I have pens in it. I have things on top of it. Just that's where I store tools that I use. Okay. Well, I put that all in the office for Thanksgiving, and as I was putting it back out there, I'm like, what all do I have in this little organizer thing on the top? There's just all kinds of stuff. What is it all? So I started going through it. And I pulled out waxes and putties, and a lot of them I've used. I tried them like once, like there's a hole in the wax or there's a little scrape mark on the wax. And I'm looking at these going, I don't like this product. I don't like wax. I don't like putty. I'm never going to use these. They've just been sitting here for, I don't know, some of it a few years probably. And so I gathered it all up and I have it all in a bag. And I'm like, do I throw it away? Do I throw it away? It seems very wasteful to just throw it away. But then I was like, but I can't really give it away because that's tacky, isn't it? To give somebody a wax with a poke hole in it or a nice little jar of putty that has a hole or two in it where I took out a little putty. It seems very, I don't know, irresponsible, very wasteful to just throw them out. But I'm like, it also seems very tacky to give them away to anybody. Give me your thoughts. What do you think? What should I do with them? Should I just throw them out? I don't know. Literally, I think I have a tin of wax. Sorry, Laura. Please don't take it the wrong way if you hear this. It's just wax is not for me. Okay. And it's got a hole in it, because I stuck my pen in it once and it's got one hole. It seems very, I don't know what to do with it. And I'm certain I'm going to come across many more things like that. I have given Shannon a lot of yarn. I've got yarn. I'm like, I should keep this. It's great yarn. I can do more projects with it. And then in reality, I look at it and I'm like, I've given her nice yarn. Like I've given her my leftovers from Expression Fiber Arts from my yearly projects. I gave her the leftovers. There's a lot there. She can do something nice with it. I'm learning to let go a little. I'm learning I have to let go a little. I've sent her home with yarn a couple of times now recently. And I'm just, it's going to somebody that can hopefully use it. And she fell in love with it. And I'm like, here, you can have it. I need to do that with more things. And that's what is going to happen after the first of the year. I know it's not going to be fun. It's not going to be easy. But then the decisions come. What do I do with it? What do I do with it? I don't know. I found one more, like those canvas boxes, that go in shelving units and stuff. I found another one of those that was my mom's projects that her and I, my daughter and I did not look through. And so we did the other day. I said, I found another container of yarn. Let's look through it. I said, I really need your help with these because I think some of this stuff really just needs to go in the trash. So we looked through it. And they were projects that had been started. I think there was like slippers, knitted slippers, a knitted hat that was started. And I was joking about that because somebody put it on. It was really just the brim, and then the hat part had gotten started with all that fancy furry, frilly yarn my mom liked to use. And when you put it on, it reminded me of the guy from Home Alone after he gets his head burned. It's exactly what it looked like. I should have taken a picture of somebody wearing it. I can't now, though, because it's in the trash. We threw it away. It was just like I just needed permission from somebody else to say it's okay to throw it away. So we threw that away. We threw away a scarf my mom had started knitting. We threw away the slippers, a baby sweater she was knitting. It was really, really pretty. It wasn't finished. We did find the pattern for it. Neither of us knit, but that's not even the main problem. The main problem was it had just gotten dirty. It was a very white, creamy white sweater, and it just looked very dirty and icky. As much as it hurt, we threw it away. But yeah, those kinds of decisions are hard. It's hard, especially when it's stuff like that. What do you do? What do you do? You got to let go of some things at some point. So it was easier to have somebody here with me to agree that, yep. And then my mom had made, this is funny, she had made a couple of little orange pumpkins, just out of like Red Heart Super Saver or whatnot. And she had started using her yarn scraps to stuff the one, and the other one she'd stuffed with Kleenex. We were like, okay. Now the cats promptly got a hold of those. They were on the floor out there, and they got a hold of the little pumpkins, and they had the pumpkins downstairs, and they had the Kleenex all over the place, and they were having a grand time with the little pumpkins. But yeah, they ended up in the trash anyhow. But yeah, so thoughts on stuff. Share your thoughts. What do you do when you're not going to use it? It might not be even usable. It's hard decisions. It's just stuff. It really is just stuff. But we tend to get attached to it and don't want to give it up. I know that you know what I'm talking about. I know you guys struggle with it. I know you do. I've heard about your diamond painting stashes, and I know. But anyhow, that's where I'm going to be after the first of the year when things settle down. I'm going to be really hardcore going through stuff. Hardcore. All right. I have the craft show on Saturday inside, unlike last weekend's, which was outside. I do have a vlog for that. It will be coming this week after I do Vlogmas and WIP and chats and all the other things I have to do. I have a market vlog. And you can see how lovely it was. You can see how beautiful it was with the snow coming through the open air windows all over us. It was great. 23 degrees. That was the high of the day. 23 degrees. It was cold. It was cold. So this weekend, we're inside. Yay, we're inside, where it will be nice and toasty and warm. And it is the last craft show I am doing until spring, summer, late spring, early summer. And I need to find a couple of good shows to do in the summertime because I do have some very summery things I like to crochet. And, I would like to have a chance to try to sell them because, again, we have to get rid of some things. Yes. So summer craft show would be awesome. Spring, summer, whatever, So I got to start looking. All right. Working on the Hexie cardigan. You know that thing. Hexie cardigan for the crochet along that we do on Fridays. Well, I'm glad I didn't go much further than I did because I'm cruising along. The girls were here and I was showing it to them and trying to fold it to make it do what the hexie is supposed to do to make the body of the sweater. And they're both, Shannon's looking at me and she's like, well, that's not right. And I'm like, well, what's wrong? What do you mean? She goes, that's not right. And I didn't have a hexagon. No, I did not. I had a pentagon. I only had 5 sides. Yeah. So that's not going to work. So I tore it out. Right. Had to tear it out. Well, I had to tear it back to the beginning round for sure. And then I had to go back and make it a 6-sided. I've been struggling with this hexagon thing since we started those snowflakes. Oh, man. Just struggle with the hexagon thing. But so I got cruising along, and I've got to do 15 rounds for my size. 15 rounds. So I'm on round 14, getting ready to start row 15. And I'm in the corner, and I'm like, what's wrong with this thing? This is not right. What is wrong with this? There's something wrong with this. And I look at it, and instead of having 2 clusters in my corner, I had 3 clusters in my corner. And I was like, okay, I have to take out this whole round. I have to take out the whole round. All 6 sides. I had to take it out and I had to redo it. So I got that done, but I did not get round 15 done this morning because after tearing out and putting the round back in correctly, I was then in absolutely no mood to finish a whole nother round. Plus, it was this morning and the cats were downstairs still in the kennel still, and they were down there meowing away. And I'm like, okay, I'll be there in just a minute. As soon as I get this round put back in and get all this yarn off my lap. Because when I frogged it, I didn't wind it up or anything. I just like and left it in a snaky pile on my lap. And I'm like, I can't get up and go anywhere right now. I'm kind of like stuck here on the couch until I get this yarn off my lap. Anyhow, I have one more round to go again. And then it will be ready for Friday to continue, which I think we're just going to start the next hexagon because you need 2 of them. And hopefully I do it right this time. And I actually have a hexagon and not a pentagon. Yes, no more pentagon. Oh, goodness gracious. Me, oh my, oh. All right, the other thing I need to do is I really need to, you'll see it when you watch if you watched the Vlogmas. I need to nail down at least one Advent project to work on. And, finish another sweater I'm working on and finish the gratitude shawl and, I will say this. I've talked about my arm hurting from all of the crochet. I was crocheting a lot more and my arm started hurting like tennis elbow type of thing. Right in the forearm, right in here, right where it comes up to the elbow, right in here is where it was hurting. It hurts right now, but it's not bad. It's not bad. I think my plan was to just not crochet as much as I had been because I was crocheting in the morning, sometimes during the day, sometimes at night. I just really bumped it up a lot when I started doing stuff for the craft shows. Well, I've backed off. I'm crocheting in the morning. I diamond paint later at night, things like that, trying to just limit my crochet time, give my arm a little bit of rest without having to stop crocheting. At the craft show, I went and talked to one of the other ladies that sells the plushies, the amigurumi. And I don't know how it came up, but it came up between the two of us that, oh yeah, she has all kinds of trouble with her non-dominant wrist, elbow. She actually has arthritis in hers. And she doesn't want to give up crocheting either because she does really well selling her amigurumi. I get it. So she's looking for some solutions as well. I can just slow down. That's my solution. I'm just slowing down on the crochet. That's all. I still get to do it. I still enjoy the time I have to crochet, but I just need to slow down for a while. Let it relax a little bit. Give it a little break. So that's what I'm doing. And it's getting a lot of diamond painting done. Yep. That rest period is really allowing me time to diamond paint. And I'm liking it. I'm enjoying it. You know, sometimes we get to where we just don't really enjoy something anymore. I think doing lots of larger square diamond paintings really kind of had me on a little bit of a burnout. And then when I did November, I knew I didn't want to do a big painting. That's why I did all of the small things that I did. And you know, that was a good move because I enjoyed doing that. And now I'm doing a round and I'm enjoying doing that. Look how much of that I've just gotten done, right? It bring back the enjoyment. When it's not there, you gotta switch gears and you gotta find something to bring it back, you know? If it's just taking a little break from it for a while, switch it up like I did to just do fun little special drill projects for a while, whatever it takes, you know? And that's why I do what I do to begin with. That's why I crochet and diamond paint, because it's variety. Switch it up, right? Switch it up so you don't get tired of one thing. All right, I think I'm done. How's it look? How's it looking? You know it's looking beautiful. What are we making? More presents, right? I'm going to turn the light off. I think it always looks better with the light off. Look at there. Yep, we're making another package and another package. We put some fairy dust in here and we put some ABs in there. Looking good, isn't it? It is very pretty. And I love the size of it. I'm going to finish this month. You watch. I'm going to finish it. One way or another. I'm going to finish it. All right. Okay. Thanks for watching, everybody. And, you know, just hang out, watch some other stuff. I've been watching a lot of YouTube while I've been diamond painting and stuff like that. Trying to watch things that I don't normally watch and people I don't normally watch. Maybe find some new people I'd like to follow, stuff like that. They're crocheters, but, you know, there's that. Anyhow. Okay. I'll talk to everybody soon. Have a great week. And I'll check you out next time. Bye.